Sup, everybody? Let me just be upfront with you all from the start. This video will be me talking, full on rambling. No fancy edits, nothing informative, no nothing. Just me talking nonsense for the whole video. So if you don't feel like watching, skip this video. But for you who wants to listen, grab some snacks, drinks, play this video while doing anything you want to do, your job, assignments, anything. I just want to share some stories, some of which are somewhat related to Monster Hunter. You don't even need to watch the visuals, cause there are none. Just play it on the background or do whatever you want. So, yeah, try to make it as enjoyable as possible. Anyway, how are you all doing? Hope you all doing fine. You bought Monster Hunter Wilds yet? Bet some of y'all hardcore hunters have already pre-ordered from a long time ago. Well, I myself already did back in September. And yeah, to be honest, I did pre-order just because I love Monster Hunter so much. Aside from the gameplay mechanics that just clicks with me, I also have tons of memories tied to it. Some are things that are related to the game directly. Others are unrelated, but happens within the same time frame as when I'm playing the game. Especially with Monster Hunter World, since there are so much happened while I was playing that game. Starting from the PC release in 2018 up until now, just before the release of Monster Hunter Wilds. I started as a casual player, we all did, with my first Monster Hunter game being Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. But I was a little different compared to most people. Other people tend to not like Monster Hunter the first time they are introduced to the series, maybe because of the mechanics or for whatever other reason. Even someone like Rurikan have told us in his video before that he doesn't like Monster Hunter at the start. That's not the case for me though. The very first time I tasted Freedom Unite, I was immediately hooked. The main reason is because in Monster Hunter, there are no leveling system, unlike any regular RPGs. Your stats depend entirely on your armor and weapon. It's just defense and attack, nothing else. The rest is just your skill of playing the game. That's what got me instantly hooked on this game, and well, here I am. Still loving it to this day. Now jump into 2018. I got a shocking news. Monster Hunter is about to be released for PC. You can't even imagine how excited I am at that time. No. You don't understand. I kept humming Proof of a Hero all the time, like until my girlfriend at that time got annoyed and yelled at me. I didn't even need to think twice. I immediately pre-ordered it. Not checking the system requirements, not checking any reviews, not even watching the trailers. It is purely by impulse that I decided to pre-order Monster Hunter World. What can I say? It is my favorite game after all. And I never felt any kind of regret doing that. And it is all proved with time, because to this day, I still play this game. But yeah, at the time of its release, I only managed to play for like 2 to 3 months, because my laptop is garbage. It just couldn't handle the game no more. If I remember it correctly, I think the last time I played is when Kulf Taroth and Deviljo was added, I believe. After that, I am forced to retire from the game for a good while. Until sometime around 2020, I think. Then I bought a new laptop and came out of retirement. And as you all can see, still play it until now. I played mostly together with 2 of my friends, which has been with me since Freedom Unite. We even pre-ordered World together and still play together even now. When I am forced to retire for almost 2 years, they also did the same. Well, we got similar problems after all, so there's that. Until I upgraded to a better laptop, that's when I started to play World again. But when I make a comeback, my friends didn't. So I play alone at that time. Yeah, well, still enjoyed playing the game even though I'm playing solo. No real problem there. Then, at some point, I ran into an old school friend. Turns out he also plays Monster Hunter World, so we started playing together. For quite a while, actually. Just base world, because I haven't been able to purchase Iceborne at that time. Long story short, I eventually got my old friends back into the game, and that's when my party of 4 formed. We farmed for cool Staroth's weapons, jewel farming, hunting stream stones for augments, fighting against the arch-tempered monsters. Basically, just playing the endgame content of World. And after hundreds of hours of playing together, we all decided to buy Iceborne during a winter sale on Steam. And yeah, the rest is history. To be honest, at first, it was a bit tricky getting our hunting styles to sync. I mean, with my old Freedom Unite boys, we already understood each other perfectly. I used hammer, and one of my friends used hunting horn, so the head of the monster is just given to us as our playground. The other one used gun lance, which shelling deals true damage, and he was using a long shelling type 1 to add to that, so he was just shooting the shells non-stop. It kinda trivialized positioning for him, as he would deal the same amount of damage from basically anywhere. But adjusting to our fourth guy took some work. World was his first Monster Hunter game after all, so we had to adapt, and there were some debates about positioning and stuff. But he caught on pretty fast since he's a hardcore gamer too, and in the end, we actually became a pretty solid team. And I am sure of it, since, well, we managed to beat Elatrion after all, even if it took us 2 weeks. And also Fatalis, which took us over a month to finally take it down. We even had the breakdown at one point, didn't even touch Monster Hunter for a whole week out of frustration, but eventually we did it. Honestly though, these big wins does not really show our growth as a team. Instead, I believe it's the little things that helps us grow, like if someone got stunned, whoever was closest would immediately run over and hit them out of it. We never hesitated to use Dust of Life to save each other. Sometimes we even came up with dumb strategies, like when we fought Extreme Behemoth. We got so frustrated that we just said screw it, and had one guy bring wide range level 1 while I focused on mounting. Once I got on Behemoth, I just kept holding on and never finished the mount. If my stamina ran low, the wide range guy would eat a ration to refill it. Meanwhile, the others just kept wailing on Behemoth until it eventually died. Dumb plan, but hey, it worked. And that was during peak COVID-19 days, so we played literally every day. From morning until, well, the next morning. Sometimes we didn't even hunt. We just AFK'd in the gathering hub, talking for hours in Discord. I should have been focusing on finishing college back then, but, well, I was young and a professional procrastinator to add to that. So, yeah. I ended up graduating a year late. Though, to be fair, it wasn't because of Monster Hunter. There were other things going on. If anything, Monster Hunter was my escape. Stressed? Monster Hunter. Tired? Monster Hunter. Girlfriend got mad at me? Monster Hunter. I basically made Monster Hunter my solution to everything. Which, yeah, wasn't exactly healthy, just pure copium, but at least it kept me sane. Then, right when my thesis was almost done, and my life was finally getting back on track, a week before my thesis defense, my girlfriend dumped me. Bro, I was devastated. Couldn't sleep, lost my appetite. Well, I still finished my food since I was hungry, but still, my mind was a mess. And my solution? Monster Hunter. Logged in, joined the Discord, my friends were there, played like nothing happened, chilling, laughing, goofing around. But eventually, I told them what happened. Their response? They laughed at me. Because, of course, the first aid to a guy's problems is to clown on him. But after that, they gave me some real advice and support. No quote-unquote there nonsense, just a good laugh to keep my mind off things. And honestly, it helped a lot. So, to you three, if you're watching this, thanks, you bastards. I think ever since that quote-unquote incident, I started walking around the map a lot in Monster Hunter, just to enjoy the ambience. Climbing onto the backs of the herbivores, sitting still on them, looking at the scenery, wearing a headset at full volume, turning off the background music, so all I could hear was the pure sound of nature. I do enjoy going out into nature in real life, so environmental sounds in Monster Hunter are not really something new to me. But for some reason, this digital sound feels so real. It feels like I'm actually there. Maybe I'm just being dramatic, but yeah, that's how I feel. The level of immersion this game offers is just that amazing to me. Besides that, well, I was heartbroken at the time, so I spent a lot of time zoning out. But instead of doing it in real life, I did it in the game instead. I also started fishing a lot in the game. Sometimes I'd spend a whole 2-hour expedition just fishing. My favorite fishing spot is in Hofrost Reach, below the campsite in Area 7, the part that leads down into a cave. I think that place is beautiful. The cave opens up straight to the sea. It's just a nice spot. Other than that, I mostly did things that are not hunting. I don't know why, but it just felt relaxing. Outside of that, I did a lot of other things too, like trying to unlock all the achievements, which is hard, tedious, and still unfinished to this day. I'd also join random lobbies to help out new players, wearing beginner armor and weapons so I wouldn't ruin their game experience. And I started trying out weapons other than the hammer. Since the beginning, I never really switched weapons. The only exceptions were using a support sword and shield build against Ancient Legion and running sword and shield for some world-based game jewel farming quests. Other than that, it was hammer all the way. It wasn't until Iceborne's endgame, after nearly 2,000 quests using only hammer, that I started trying other weapons. Gunlance, sword and shield, which I started using a lot, insect glaive, greatsword, heavy bowgun, charge blade, and most recently dual blades. Obviously not counting the times I took breaks. I've been playing this game for over 5 years. From when I was still in college, got dumped, graduated, was unemployed, got a new girlfriend, broke up again, started working, became unemployed again, and now here I am, making YouTube videos. Monster Hunter has always been there in every part of my life, especially World Iceborne. I don't know if this is a surprise or not, but I did play Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak all the way to the Amatsu fight. But I didn't like its mechanics, so I only put in about 240 hours. Which is really high actually for other games, but for Monster Hunter standards, nah. My master rank level didn't even reach 100 if I remember correctly. In the end, I went back to World. I don't even know why I keep coming back to this game. Maybe it's the immersion, but aside from that, it's just my favorite game. Simple as that. That's why I always return to it willingly. Lately, I've been launching World more often, not to play, but to capture footage for videos. At the end of the day, I always find a reason to return to this game. And now, before I know it, Monster Hunter Wilds is just around the corner. I don't know what's going to happen in my life while I play Wilds. Maybe I'll get married, maybe I'll have a kid, maybe I'll become the richest person on earth. I have no idea. But whatever happens, I know I'll always play Monster Hunter. Maybe this all sounds sentimental, but I don't really care. I just want to say thank you to Monster Hunter for being a part of my life, for being my copium during tough times. Including now, because yeah, I'm still struggling. And thank you Capcom for creating this game, my favorite game. And to all of you who stuck around till the end, see you in Monster Hunter Wilds. Peace.